record this on so
Basam is not.
Yes. Okay, so it's recording now.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I'll try to see if I can record, if I can share my screen. I don't know how to go about that, but let me see if it's possible to share screen. And I'm going to share this. Share. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm becoming good at this already. Okay. So I think Sister Lucy shared a case study. I don't know, maybe if we get any other case study, we would talk about those. So everyone, welcome to today's meeting. But first of all, let's just go into it. Let's quickly delve into the case study Sister Lucy shared with us. So if you can say it clearly, it says, Leon Best, a mail carrier in the middle of his daily 5-mile delivery route, suddenly experiences excruciating pain in his great left toe. As soon as his route is done, he calls his PCP. Okay. So that was what Lucy shared. Did we all get that?
Yeah, get it.
Okay, so let's.
Okay, maybe
Yes.
before that, if anyone go through the announcement of this week.
Okay, I didn't do that. I'm sorry, I didn't find time to do that. Did anybody do that?
Okay, there are 2 extra case studies. There's case C, there's case D. The case A, I didn't get a chance to see it, but there are 2 case studies in the announcement. So I don't know, are we supposed to do these ones or we should do our own?
Okay, so if there are case studies in the announcement, let me try to fetch that out. I can do that immediately.
Okay.
Okay, yes, I can just pull that out now, so we can just go through it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's in week 7, right?
Yes. That's
okay, so I'm there.
Staramba was greeting you earlier.
Hello, sister. What did you say?
I was greeting you earlier. Good evening, Staramba.
I'm good, Sister Lucy. How's your baby?
It's fine, thank you.
Okay, so I found it. Case study C and case study D. So should I read it out?
Yeah.
Then where you can share it here?
Okay, let me share. Okay, so this is a new share, and where is it? This share. Can you see it?
Yeah, okay now.
Okay. So case study C. Should I read it or somebody else wants to read?
I think someone can read it.
Okay.
Okay, let me read it. Okay, Victor, a 6-month-old male, is brought to your clinic by his mother. She tells you that her husband has a short fuse and he shook Victor the other night because he wouldn't stop crying. She says that Victor has been throwing up and he does not seem to want to eat. He doesn't seem to want to eat. You examine Victor and find that his pupils are dilated and don't respond to light. 6 months later, Victor now has difficulty feeding, has recurrent seizures, and is missing developmental milestones. Daddy is in prison.
Okay.
That's our case study.
Yeah, that's our case study C. Okay, so who is going to help us out? What do we think about this case? Before we consider the etiology or the causes, what do we think about this case?
Mm, it's a bit tricky one.
Yeah.
Okay. What questions should we ask this madam? What questions should we ask her?
See, 6 months later, Victor now has difficulty feeding. So what questions are we going to ask her?
Also, okay, yeah. So when it happened, they didn't take her to the clinic because there was nothing they noticed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe maybe we should ask when does Victor, what can I say? I don't know. let me reread the
Yeah, it's quite tricky. Anybody can help.
yeah, it's
Okay.
Thinking.
Anybody can help.
Maybe,
okay.
maybe
When does she notice that Victor is now having difficulty in feeding? How long? Maybe we can ask how long does he notice that Victor is now facing challenge in feeding?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And how often does the seizures happen?
Okay, that's a good one. Okay. Any other question?
I can add if, from what sister says, maybe we can ask the mother if he during the birth, from the birth time, maybe he had that um, diseases.
Okay.
Okay. Sister Lucy, anybody else?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
It seems like
Kind of
Okay, maybe we
tricky.
can ask. What should I say? Any other challenges maybe she is noticing from this baby? Like the developmental milestone. The question is saying developmental milestone is what?
Yeah.
The
So
developmental
developmental
milestone
milestones, yeah.
missing the-
They say he has recurrent
I think
seizures and
there's a
is missing developmental milestones.
yeah, maybe we should ask maybe like she's now 6 months, she's now 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Meaning it by this age, this boy should be like walking or maybe crawling or standing on his own, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
So
a bit tricky.
first of all, we need to understand that developmental milestones are things that most children can do by a certain age. So let's say as a 6-month-old child should be able to crawl, right? For those that are babies. A child that is
Yes.
9 months or 1 year should start walking. So all those important milestones like growing of teeth, like the child is missing them. The child is not being able to catch up with them. So that's the issue the child is facing now.
Should the mother be told to monitor those things or what?
Yeah, that can be a question. So so the first question is sister, is this Sister Ramba?
I've
Hello?
asked about what?
Sister Ramba?
Yes.
Yeah, the first question you asked was what? What should we ask?
when did she notice that Victor is now having difficulty in feeding?
Okay.
Or where how many times does the seizures how did she what can I say?
Yeah, this
How
question is
often
quite
does
tricky.
the seizures happen? Yeah. How often does the seizures happen? How
Okay.
often? Mhm.
Okay. So those are two questions. When did she notice that the child has difficulty in feeding? And the next one is, how often does the seizure happen?
Yeah.
Okay. So at 6 months, what are the developmental milestones a child is supposed to have? I don't know. Because
At 6 months, a child
yeah.
should start sitting.
So
Sorry, at 6 months, a child should start sitting on his or her own. Okay.
Okay.
Then the
Okay.
child should be able to crawl.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what it means is that this child can't sit on his own, and this child as well cannot crawl at 6 months.
Yeah.
So
But this child was brought to the hospital 6 months after, which means this child is now 1 year.
oh, and at 1, the child should still be able to walk. The child should be able to walk by
Yes.
1.
Even though it's not necessary the child walks by 1, but even if the child cannot walk by 1, the child should be able to stand on his or her own, holding something,
Yes.
probably a table or the wall. So the
Okay.
child should be able to stand on his own.
Okay. So do you think we should ask the parent if is this child sitting, walking, or crawling? Is that a question we should ask?
Mhm.
Yes, maybe to be sure that he is missing the developmental milestone.
Okay.
Mhm.
guys, like to share something. Um,
We can barely hear you. Speak out.
okay. I will think that in this case, I think we should ask to her, the mother of this Victor, uh, when his father, like shoot at him. So did he hit his head, stuff like that?
Okay. I didn't get that.
Yes,
Yeah, like
I think yeah.
according to the case. So can you open case?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe try to ask, if the baby, if the little Victor hit with his head or not.
Okay. If Victor is what or not?
Yeah.
Come again. If Victor is what?
I asked his mother if the Victor hit his head when his father, when her husband, uh, when her husband had a short fuse and he shocked. So maybe try to ask if Victor hit his head or not.
Oh, yes. If Victor hit his head on something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think this is enough question to ask. Is there any other one before we continue? We have 4 questions already.
That's wonderful.
Okay, so I guess the next thing we need to find out is with what we've read, do we think we've been able to get some of the, I think we should focus on the etiology. Is it too early to talk about the etiology?
I think we talk about the etiology when we have diagnosed the
Oh,
disease of this child.
okay. So do you think we already have a
Yeah.
diagnosis yet?
Yeah.
So what do you think that is?
Okay, I think this child is suffering from abusive head trauma.
Okay. Do we agree to that?
Mhm.
Does anybody want to add? Do you think that's what the child is suffering from? Everyone?
Where is everyone now?
Where is everyone? Oh?
I agree.
Just wondering here.
Okay, so
Okay.
Sister Ramba, what is the sign and symptoms to back the diagnosis up that you just gave?
Okay. Of
So what signs and symptoms?
what do you say?
What
Signs
signs?
and symptoms.
Yes, that made you think that it is. What did you call the case again?
Abusive head trauma.
Okay,
That's
so what?
shaken baby syndrome.
Okay, so what sign and symptoms make you think this is an abusive head trauma?
Difficulty crying, difficulty feeding and vomiting.
Okay.
Because the signs and symptoms of this abusive head trauma include difficulty feeding, vomiting, listlessness, seizures or convulsions, irritability, and diluted pupils. So that do not respond to light.
Oh.
So I think with our case study, I think it matches.
Oh.
Somebody else has something to say?
100%.
Yes.
That I agree with her. I agree with her. Yeah, she's right.
Come again.
I say that I agree with her. She's right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Any other
right.
contribution to the signs and symptoms?
No.
Okay. So what are the possible treatments?
Can I go?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think according to this disease, we can diagnose it by careful history and physical examination. We can include the neurological assessment, and to say that this abusive hurt trauma is not always easily diagnosed. It's sometimes a little bit hard to diagnose it.
Okay.
And, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so those are the diagnostic procedures we need to carry out after discovering the symptoms, right?
Yeah.
So what could be the treatment administered to Victor?
Well, treatment, no, abusive head trauma is a medical emergency, and the treatment is essential to save the infant, because if the parents delay, to take the children, the infant to the hospital, there will maybe some bad consequences, and yeah, the immediate treatment is important to prevent further damage and may require that the infant or child be hospitalized, especially if there is a head injury. And yeah, observation is important to note any neurological change needing treatment. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. I agree with you. Brother Sitembule, we've not heard from you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You want to add something to the treatment?
For the treatment of that disease is,
Abusive head trauma. Yeah.
yeah, they must treat restoration of the spinal alignment.
Okay.
Yeah, they must go to the hospital weekly, and the restoration of spinal alignment weekly.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you so much. So we still have a little bit of time. I think we should go to the next case. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think we should go to
Okay.
the next case, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's okay.
Or any other thing? Do we have any other thing to add?
By now, not.
Okay. So I guess the next case is very short, and I think we should be able to trash that out before our time get exhausted. The meeting is 1 hour, so we might need to just reschedule another meeting. This is just 40 minutes to complete it. Just 20 more minutes to complete the 1 hour. Case study D. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, the meeting ends in 10 minutes. I've just been notified. So when it ends, I'll try to just reschedule another one immediately. So let's just finish this once and for all.
Okay.
Okay. So case study D. Gary, a 19-year-old male, was brought to your clinic by his father. His dad tells you that Gary was in a car accident and has lost the ability to use his legs and his trunk. Oh, wow, that was a sad one. So let's talk about this.
Okay. For this case D, I think we have something real interesting here. First of all, we do have some, what can I say, some clue in this case,
Okay.
which is the car accident, and also lost the ability to use his leg and ability to what in his trunk. Okay, so if we pay attention on this, we can like focus on maybe trauma, traumatic head. I think traumatic. I think it's traumatic to accident, something like that, which involves trauma. And yeah, and what we can do next is by yeah.
So you said the
Yeah.
first question we should ask is, when did the car accident happen? Is that what you're saying?
No. Was like a try. No, I was trying just to give some clues. Like in this
Okay,
case,
okay.
we can see like the car accident and also the last the ability to use his leg and his trunk is a kind of a clue that can lead us to focus. For example, he has traumatic. I think traumatic. He had something like that. I can't remember very well. But with this one, we can just say like, okay, the we can create I can say I can't remember, but if we pay attention the accident and also the last ability to use his leg and trunk, we can easily identify what this young man is going through.
Okay. So let's consider what we're going to ask the father. So
Okay.
Gary, a 19-year-old male, is brought to the hospital by his father. So what question should we ask the father? Yes, Brother Sintebule, Sister Ramba, Brother Manuel, Sister Lucy.
Yep.
So what question do we ask the father?
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you go first, lady. You go first,
Why ladies first?
No, I don't know. I have heard that the ladies they are always
Oh,
the first, so I'm just give you the space. You go first. Yeah.
Okay. You. Thank you, brother. Okay, maybe we should ask the board to sense anything from him his legs. Hello.
Yeah, can hear you.
I think you have an issue with your
Okay.
network. You are breaking.
Okay. Can I come again? Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
please
yeah.
come again.
please.
okay. We should ask the father, or maybe to ask this young boy, is he sensing anything by his legs? Does he have the sense of what? Does he sensing anything? Maybe what can I say? Sensing heat, sensing cold, or there's nothing he can sense.
Okay. So
Mhm.
we can ask if he senses, if there's any sense in the leg, or how do we put that?
Sensory function. Yeah, is there any sensory function in his legs?
Any sense? What? Come again?
Sensory. It's sensory.
Okay.
Sorry, it's sensory. Sensory functions.
Oh,
Sensory functions. Does he have sensory functions?
oh, okay.
Mhm. It's SENSORY.
Sensory. Oh,
Yeah, functions in his legs.
And I just have here an idea too.
Okay.
Thank you, Sister Rambo. You start with a great point, and I would like also to ask, the father of this young, if his son's sexual function is still working or not. Maybe this one can also help us to gather some information.
okay. What are you going to ask if he's working?
Yeah, sexual function. If his sexual function is working or not.
Second function.
Sexual.
Oh, okay, okay,
Let
okay,
me write it. Let me write it.
okay, okay.
You get it?
Yes, I get it. Any other question?
Mm.
And yeah, maybe this one, just to ensure if his son is with his consciousness perfect or not. If his son has maybe some disorder, some mental disorder or not. Maybe try to ask about his son consciousness.
Okay. But did we? I didn't get that. But did we see the part that said use his legs and his trunk? We know that trunk is the main part of the body that contains the chest, abdomen, pelvic, and back. So where is it located? So it's the part of the body that contains the chest, abdomen, pelvic, and back. So that means like from the neck down to the waist. Right?
Well, yeah, I think this one is like when someone is like when someone is on the chair,
Yeah.
we may have this one in the wrist. I don't know, it's wrist, I think it's from this part, where is this trunk, where it supports.
Go closer to your microphone.
Oh, you can't hear. Okay, I was saying that this track maybe is between or is in the zone of the three. I don't know how to say these three, but let me write it. I don't know if I'm wrong. Something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So the meeting is about to end. I think we should just talk randomly, just 1 minute, so I can just create a new meeting.
Okay, brother, thank you.
Yeah.
We done?
No, we have to end this and create a new meeting.
That's a 15 minutes. So we try to be a little bit forward. Okay, so we are waiting.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
almost out, less than a minute. So
Oh.